Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday and all that stuff. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Lonnie's here. First one in, looks like. Good morning, Lonnie. Landis says, good morning. Got an email from Jeff at Sinotech. He's now offering a driver box to replace his original 4-axis driver box. Okay. Darren Bird's in the house. Good morning. Leo's here. Good morning, Leo. Happy hump day to you. Monroe says, good morning. Been a rough week. Lost a best friend last weekend. Okay. My condolences to you, Monroe. Larry Galt's here. Says, morning, everyone. Completed 12 each of the joint bridge clamping pads yesterday. All right. How many more you got left to go? Paul's here. Good morning, Paul. David Davis is here. Good morning. Gary Hammett. Good morning, Gary. Sean's here with his fancy new logo or whatever you call that. Ryan's here. Good morning, Ryan. Clyde is here. Good morning, Clyde. Hope all is well up in your neck of the woods. Mary's here. Good morning, Mary. Yeah, happy trash day. Well, it's not trash day today because with the holiday on Monday, that pushes everything back a day. So normally it's my trash day. Let's see. George is here. Good morning, George. Okay, Larry says he's done. Says with those, probably won't use all of them. Okay. Yeah, you never know. Always good to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it. That's what they say. Lou's here. Good morning, Lou. George says, just saw the clamping bridge by one of the famous woodworking manufacturers. Are they famous? I don't know if they're famous. I'd just say they're well known, maybe. They might be famous, I guess. I don't know. I just, all of those kind of companies, it's always amazing to me how you might see something in their stores and it'll be, $39.99 or something. And then you see pretty much the exact same thing somewhere else, only they don't call it a woodworking thing. It's just they'll take something. The other companies will take something and call it, this is a woodworking tool. So now it's like price goes way up if they can convince people that they have to have it for their woodworking. But I've seen a lot of things, other places that they don't even call it the same thing, but it's the same dadgum thing, and it's about a third of the price. So, but like I said, there's always the people that are woodworkers, but they're not DIYers because they won't make any. They won't build their own. Stuff. They have to buy all the stuff. So anyway, you're welcome, Mr. Galt. Happy to do that. Glad you're getting some use out of them. Kenneth's here. Good morning, Kenneth. I just got an email popped in here, I think. Oh, it's just things saying I'm live on the coffee sessions. There's another one there. Oh, that's that. Okay. Now there it is. Yeah, no news to report today. I haven't really got anything exciting to talk about. I'm supposed to get a little rain today, I think. Some little pop-up shower this afternoon, maybe. I may try to do that. Start that unboxing stuff. See if I can get that thing put together, and see what happens with it. It's pretty. I looked up the number. The numbers on the outside of the box, and I looked it up on their website. It looks like a dadgum fancy one. It looks like, and I don't think these things are brand new. I think other companies have had them out for a while, and even this company, I think, has had one out for a while. But it's got a dual extruder, so it's got two extruders, and it says, according to their website, that you can do two different things, or two of the same project, or two different projects. I guess it will do two different ones. Maybe it's just two of the. I don't know. I haven't dug into it. Like I said, I haven't even opened the box, but it has where you can do different types of filament. I guess that's why they sent me a box. I know there's a smaller box, and I think there's supposed to be filament in it. So I think you can, for example, I think you could do PLA on one of them and ABS on the other one or something, because you can control different temperatures or something. So I don't know. I guess I need to open up the box and dig into it and see what the heck's going on. Ryan says Core XY. Maybe, I don't know what that means. You'll have to explain that to me. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. Clyde's talking to Paul here. Didn't know you were so close to me. He's in Windsor. Okay. Okay. George says they had an ad for that clamping bridge, and I thought I could make that. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of woodworking stuff, I saw. Let's see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll screen share and show y'all. But I saw yesterday on Facebook. Let's see here if I can find it. Here, I should be able to find something. No, that's not it. I thought that was it. Well, nuts. Where did I see that? Anyway, maybe it's here. I'll look over here. No, that's not it. Well, I guess I'm just going to tell you, because I every time I go to look for something, I can't find it. Anyway, I saw a thing on Facebook yesterday for Klingspor. They have that, or used to have that woodworking show. I think it's always the last weekend in October, I believe is what it was. And of course, they haven't had it at least the last 2 years. I think they had it in 2019, and I think they didn't have it in 2020 and 2021 because of the COVID thing. But let's see if I can check their website here. Let me try doing that. Man, can y'all hear Jack slurping down there? He's licking, and I don't know what he's making all that racket for. Anyway, they do the Klingspor. They call it the Klingspor Extravaganza, a woodworking show that is uh, in Hickory, North Carolina. And I'll be darned if I can find it, even on their website now. Or no, wait a minute. No, I know why. That's their YouTube channel. What the heck, Dave? I thought I was finding there. Thought I was finding that. Maybe this is it. Okay, now this is their website, but where is the stuff? I know I saw it yesterday. I'll be dang if I can find it this morning, but I saw it yesterday. Let's see. Kenneth says, I've seen some of those dual printers before that use a water dissolvable filament for support material and then whatever other filament you want to use. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna have to dig into it to learn more about it because I really have no idea. I haven't even opened the box. All they told me is that they were sending me a 3D printer to review, and this is like 3 or 4 months ago. And then when they contacted me the other week, the guy says, "Yeah, we're finally done testing it. We're ready to send it to you. We'll be sending you." I think he said some kind of special filament, so it may be some of that stuff Kenneth's talking about. I don't know. But I had no clue what it was. They just said it was something new they're working on, and I never ask a lot of questions. I figure, well, whatever it is, and I will open it up, and take a look at it. Yeah, I don't know what in the world is the deal here. Why I'm not seeing. Not seeing that at all on their website. Anyway, I know I saw it. It's going to be, I think, if I remember right, it doesn't, unlike the one in Atlanta, it doesn't run on Sunday. I think it only runs Friday and Saturday, I believe. So I think that will be the 28th and 29th, I think. And I do not know why I cannot find it because I just, let's see, here we go. Let me look right here. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday in Hickory, North Carolina. And it's the Klingspor. Oh, wait a minute. I got the dates wrong. It's not the 28th and 29th. It's the 21st and the 22nd. So it's the week before that. But anyway, if you like going to, if you can still remember what going to a woodworking show is like, I've been to that one, I think, a couple of times, and it quickly became my favorite. And then I was really disappointed when they canceled it because of the stupid COVID thing. But which, we all learn now that all that stuff could have went on without a hitch and it wouldn't have been a big deal. But let's see. George says, "Okay, Dave, you have my attention. Get on that video. I've looked many times at dual extruders, but it was pricey, so Creality Ender 3 sits on my workspace." Yeah. Solar Man says Dave's printer patch is growing. Yeah. Well, obviously, if you've seen the price of this thing, this isn't something I would have bought. Uh, like I said, this company contacted me several months ago and asked about doing a review. And again, I had no idea what kind of 3D printer it was or anything. In fact, I think I tried to ask a few questions like, well, what size is it and stuff like that. And they said, well, it's all, we're not allowed to say any of the features yet. It's all in development. So I didn't ask any more questions. I thought, okay, well, if and when you get it ready, send it to me and I'll check it out. And that's, like I said, that's been at least 3 or 4 months ago. But it showed up, actually showed up Monday during the holiday. DHL brought it. And got it sitting in there. So I'll open up both those boxes and see what the deal is. George said Dave was building the farm. No, not really. Like I said, this is if they weren't sending me this one, I wouldn't be buying a third one. Like, as you see, the two I have sat idle back there and have been idle now for quite a while. That thing Larry was talking about was the last thing I ran, and I only ran a couple of those just to kind of test that file. But anyway, yeah, it's good to see stuff opening back up, people finally getting their senses back and having this show come back. I don't know. When I first saw it, I thought, "Oh, good, I may go to that," but I don't know if I will or not. It's not like I need anything, and it's if I went, it'd be more or less just to see the folks there, just kind of like because you do see a lot of other YouTubers and stuff like that there. So I don't know. I may think about it because it's still over a month away. Anybody else? Let me repeat those dates. October 21st, which is a Friday, and October 22nd, which is Saturday. And this is their 22nd annual woodworking. They call it the Woodworking Extravaganza from sponsored by Klingspor. Man, I can't talk. Klingspor Woodworking Shop. Says they're going to have free all ages turning learning center, free hands-on projects for children, free woodworking classes and demos. And what's weird is, why can I not find something about it on their website so I can see who the list of exhibitors is going to be? Because if it's a month away, let me see if I can do a little more typing here. See if I find anything that way. There we go. I see they have a special website just for this show. Okay, now let me share this so y'all can. This is what I was talking about. So here's what they got going on. Let's see. George Wartzel. I think I've seen this guy before. I think he's the guy that turned a He turns cowboy hats and baseball, and I'm talking wooden hats that he turns on the lathe. It's pretty cool to watch that. Okay, here's, I guess you can see some of the folks that will be there. Axiom will be there, looks like. Amanda Tool will be there. Let's see, who else? Micro Jig. Yeah, that'll probably be Ralph. Nuts. I'm drawing a blank on his last name. Anyway, he's usually the representative that demos Micro Jig. So let's see. There's one of the classes. There, that's the guy right there. I think that turns the hats and stuff. Dave Signs. I don't know who those guys are. But anyway, it's okay. No, there's George. So that's not the guy I'm thinking of that turns the hats. It's this guy right here. I think is the one that turns the hats. So yeah. And of course, they have a list of hotels and stuff that are in the area. In fact, some of these, let's see if I can remember which one it is. Or actually, I think it's pretty much all of these are really close. I mean, you don't, when you're at your hotel, you don't even have to get in your car and drive over to that, because that convention center where they have that thing is within walking distance. So I'm trying to remember where I stayed. I think it was the Hampton, but I don't really remember. I've been there 2 different times. And they have some nice hotels and stuff over there. So anyway, something to think about. Thought I'd let y'all know about it in case anybody's getting the fever to go to a wood show and hadn't been to one before. Okay, Dave says, I have been before, plan to go again. Yeah. Yeah, going to a woodworking show is like a kid in Candyland. Yeah. Yeah. I've always enjoyed going to them, but I don't think I would enjoy it as much now as I used to, simply because I'm not going to be buying any, and I might see some little widget or something that I can't do without, but there's really not much I need, because on all the expensive stuff, I'm not going to, like the stuff I have a rigid bandsaw, I have a rigid um, table saw. Yeah, they're not the best, but they're decent and they're plenty good enough for what I use. So there's no reason for me to, go buy a saw stop or something like that. I'm just not going to spend that kind of money. And then all the other stuff, the stuff you see, like the little things that Larry's talking about, it's like you look at that and you go, yeah, I can make that. I can 3D print that, or I can cut it out of wood on a CNC or whatever. So, so you go there to get lots of ideas, but I don't know. I guess it's, a lot to do with the way they've done the last 2 years. Folding up and scared to have an event that, it's just kind of puts me out of the mood. It's like now that you can finally go, it's like, yeah, I'm not really wanting to now. I don't really need anything. And for me, it would be more just to go hang out, kind of like a little reunion thing, to see some folks that I haven't seen in a long time. Cause that's a lot of times that's the only place you see them, is at wood shows. So, let's see. Larry says, don't see no cheap tool makes there. No, you probably won't. you probably won't. Yeah. Sean says, would love to go, but it's just a little too far of a jaunt for me this year. So that's what I mean. They've got everybody used to staying home or staying close to home with all these restrictions and stuff. And it's like now it's going to be hard to get things going again because, like me, I don't need anything. So, and if I do, I could order it online, have it delivered. So, uh, I really doubt I'll go. Although that, like I've always said, the one they had in Atlanta, which they also haven't had in the last couple of years, but it's you know where I don't have to get a hotel. I can drive up there, spend all day at the show, and then drive back home. It's an hour and a half or so away. But I like the Hickory show better than that show. The one in Atlanta, I liked it back when they had it in a building called the North Atlanta Trade Center. But then they got all fancy and moved it to the Cobb Galleria, which is right directly across the street from the Brave Stadium, up on the north side of town. There's just ungodly amount of traffic and stuff, and the parking's. I'm like, yeah, you just made it so inconvenient. I don't even want to go. In fact, I didn't even go the last time they still had a show up there. I thought, nah, thought about it, but wasn't even didn't even want to go. And then of course, the 2 years after that, they didn't have it, um, and they didn't have it again this year, as far as I know. They did have the IWF recently, which I've been to that show a couple of times, but it is not my kind of show because it's more about the big commercial machines, people that own businesses that are there to, spend several thousand or hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a piece of equipment to upgrade their manufacturing processes or something. So they're just what I mean. It was cool to see all that stuff, just a lot of automated stuff and all that. But for the average Joe like me, it's just wasn't uh, wasn't worth going there. So I've been there a couple of times, and that was enough. Um, Lucy says my kids are grown now, so I can have nicer tools. Okay. Yeah, and then I said, "Oh, it's Clyde." He says, "My kids borrow and I never see again." Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of tools that it's like when they come to borrow something. It's like in your head they don't really mean borrow. They mean, "Can I have that?" So when you give it to them, it better be an extra one or something you don't mind not ever seeing again because you won't. At least that's been my experience. So anyhow, yeah, we'll have to keep looking at this thing here. I just think it would be, and of course, the other issue I have going to one like this that's out of town is I have to deal with Jack. I have to get him boarded, so it's not just the expense of gas in a hotel and stuff, which I don't mind, but it's also having to get him boarded. You have to you have to know far enough ahead of time so that you make sure you get him the what do they call it, the shot for the kennel cough, I think is what they call or something, because they won't take them in if you don't if you don't have that. So uh, I don't know. Probably won't go. Just probably won't do it. George says there's nothing like being there. I look at like an airplane. They're everywhere, but there's nothing in this world like going to the biggest aviation event, the experimental aircraft in Oshkosh. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal up there, isn't it? All right, that was my my little timer, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here. And get ready to get my day started. Like I said, I guess I'm gonna tear into that box and set the camera up. That's the only thing. I don't mind doing the stuff after I've done it, but just the have to get motivated to do all that work because it's so much harder to do something when you're trying to record video. You know, you open up the box and then you go back and check things. You go, oh, I had the camera too high. My head was cut off, or the so you got to go do the same thing again. It's like I need a cameraman or a camera crew or something. If I did, I would put out a lot more videos, but that's not going to happen either. Anyway, let me get out of here. Y'all have a good day. Happy hump day. Come on back because tomorrow will be trash day. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to hear Jack bark at the trash guy. So anyway, y'all have a good one, and we will see y'all tomorrow.